I'm Zahir, Kelvin Abdullah, and this is Nightline. The top stories. Prime Minister unveils immediate relief measures for Malaysians to ease cost of living. And government to hire more contract doctors to fill over 4,000 vacancies. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim has unveiled a series of immediate measures aimed at easing the financial burden on the people amid the rising cost of living. The initiatives, which address key issues such as escalating food, toll and fuel prices, were announced during a special address as an extraordinary appreciation to Malaysians, which was broadcast live across all major television channels and social media platforms on Wednesday. The first initiative is a one-off cash aid of 100 ringgit for all Malaysians aged 18 and above under the Sumbangan Asas Rahmah SARA program. The aid will be channeled through the recipient's MyCard and can be used from August 31st to December 31st this year to purchase essential goods at over 4,000 premises and supermarkets nationwide.
Tiap individu, maknanya kalau suami isteri ada 2 anak, RM400 itu keluarga. Kalau suami isteri RM200.
About 22 million people are expected to benefit from this assistance, which comes with an allocation of 2 billion ringgit. This brings the total allocation for SARA and the Sumbangan Tunai Rahmah STR programs in 2025 to 15 billion ringgit, the highest ever recorded.
Ini merupakan langkah pertama dalam sejarah bila bantuan itu disampaikan kepada semua. Mungkin ada orang yang sebagainya kaya atau kedudukan tinggi yang tidak memerlukan bantuan. Mereka tidak perlu pergi ke pasar raya untuk beli. Wang itu kalau tidak diambil kemudian akhir tahun dan akan dipindahkan tahun depan kepada golongan rentan.
Anwar also stated that Malaysians will enjoy a lower RON 95 petrol price of 1 ringgit 99 cent per litre once the fuel subsidy rationalisation takes effect. The full details of the RON 95 subsidy mechanism would be announced by the end of September. Under the new mechanism, only Malaysians will be eligible for subsidised RON 95, while foreigners will have to pay market prices.
Ini penurunan yang agak mendadak yang tinggi, walaupun ia melibatkan kos kepada pemerintah dan kerajaan yang bertambah. Ia akan memberi manfaat kepada 18 juta pemandu kereta, penunggang motosikal, belia seawal usia 16 tahun dan juga pengusaha gig.
Anwar added that toll rates for 10 highways will remain unchanged this year. The government will bear over 500 million ringgit in costs to maintain the current toll rates despite contractual obligations for adjustments. The highways affected include the Sinai Desaru Expressway, East Coast Expressway 2, South Klang Valley Expressway and the KL Putrajaya Expressway. Now, Anwar also announced that the government will double the allocation for the Madani Rahmah sales this year to 600 million ringgit from 300 million ringgit previously. The additional funds will allow the program to expand its reach and offer a wider range of discounted products to Malaysians.
Ternyata jualan rahmah itu mendapat tarikan dan ternyata juga kos dan harga di jualan rahmah itu relatif lebih murah.
The Prime Minister also said that the frequency of the Madani Rahmah sales as well as the number of locations will be increased nationwide to cover all 600 state constituencies. Anwar also noted that although electricity tariffs were restructured starting July 2025, the majority of domestic users are actually paying less. He added that over 85% of domestic users will see lower electricity bills from July onwards, with some experiencing reductions of up to 14% compared to the first half of the year. Anwar also announced that September 15 this year will be declared an additional public holiday in conjunction with the 2025 Malaysia Day celebration. The move is not only aimed at fostering national unity and celebrating the formation of Malaysia, but also at encouraging Malaysians to strengthen family bonds. Anwar also pointed out that the immediate measures announced were made possible by the country's strengthening economy. The Prime Minister also emphasized that the benefits of this economic progress should rightfully be shared with all segments of society. An overview of the country's strong economic fundamentals was also shared by the Prime Minister during his televised announcement. He said the country posted a 4.4% gross domestic product GDP growth in the first quarter of this year, with the second quarter expected to reach 4.5%. Malaysia also jumped 11 places to 23rd in the 2025 World Competitiveness Ranking, while approved investments hit an all-time high of 384 billion ringgit last year, up 17% from 2023. The ringgit also strengthened by more than 5% against the US dollar this year, making it one of Asia's best-performing currencies. The minimum wage was also raised to 1,700 ringgit effective February 1st, with full implementation beginning August, while 153,000 workers under government-linked companies now earn a living wage of over 3,000 ringgit monthly.
Data dan angka ini, walaupun membanggakan, itu tidak menyelesaikan semua masalah kerana sebahagian rakyat masih bergelut dengan kos sara hidup. Sebab itu saya katakan perlu ikhtiar baru untuk meningkatkan darjat hidup rakyat.
Anwar also revealed that several more new measures and initiatives that would benefit the people would be introduced in the 2026 budget, scheduled to be presented in October. The Backbenchers Club, BBC, is confident that all the announced measures will help safeguard the welfare of the people. Its chairman, Datuk Muhammad Shahar Abdullah, said the initiatives are also expected to provide greater spending flexibility for the B40 and M40 groups, while simultaneously driving the nation towards sustainable economic growth.
Langkah proaktif dan pantas ini membuktikan bahawa kerajaan sentiasa mendengar keluhan rakyat serta sentiasa berusaha mencari ikhtiar-ikhtiar baru dan menambah baik ikhtiar-ikhtiar yang sedia ada.
He also said the initiatives were in line with the Madani economic framework, which aims to raise both the ceiling and floor of economic standards, as well as the government's hard work in attracting investment, which is now translating into real benefits for the people. Meanwhile, the Malaysia Retailers Association, MRA, expresses its appreciation for the announcement made by the Prime Minister on Wednesday. Its president, Dato' Andrew Lim, said the association hopes that the government will continue to support the sector for the benefit of both retailers and the people.
We sincerely appreciate the announcements made by the Honourable Prime Minister, Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim. The initiatives introduced are highly meaningful in revitalizing our retail industry.
Consumer groups across the country have also welcomed the government's announcement, particularly the one-off cash aid and the RON 95 petrol price reduction. They believe these initiatives will offer significant relief to the public. Kedah Consumers Association CAKE President Muhammad Yusrizal Yusof believes the aid will greatly help alleviate the people's financial burden.
This is expected to ease the burden on the households. For example, family of four would receive 400 ringgit, which can be used for basic daily expenses. As the RON 95, the price reduction is very relieving for the most Malaysians.
Likewise, the Federation of Malaysian Consumer Association, FOMCA, views these measures as a reflection of the government's attentiveness to the everyday struggles faced by Malaysians. Its Secretary General, Saravanan Tambiraja, said FOMCA hopes that these initiatives will be reinforced by long-term strategies such as strengthening consumer protection frameworks and enhancing market transparency. The 100 ringgit cash aid for adult Malaysians is viewed as a government initiative to support the country through the second half of the year amid global uncertainties. Economist Muhammad Auzan Nizam Abdul Rashid believes these cash transfers will further stimulate the economy by boosting consumer spending.
In the form of sumbangan tunai rahmah amounting to 100 ringgit, a one-off payments, which can benefit the private consumptions. As we know, private consumptions accounts for about 60% of the economy, and therefore any form of fiscal injections would result in an actual economic growth during the second half of this year.
Malaysians from all walks of life have expressed heartfelt gratitude for the relief measures announced by the Prime Minister.
Amat bangga lah kerana saya ada kereta, so boleh save a bit lah. Let the government run the country as long as make everybody happy. I think will be a good country lah.
Perasaan tu bersyukur benar lah, benar kasih hati tu kan. Ada orang bagi makcik bantuan.
Rasa terharu dan gembira lah disebabkan yang diumumkan oleh Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri yang kos sara hidup tu dikurangkan.
Berterima kasih kepada PFX yang telah membantu meringankan beban rakyat, dan saya pun berasa banggalah atas apa yang beliau berikan kepada rakyat Malaysia.
During the special announcement, the Prime Minister also stated that the Health Ministry is working to fill over 4,352 positions at healthcare facilities nationwide, particularly for contract doctors, by the end of this year. Anwar said the government had increased the number of posts for doctors and medical officers to ensure the people receive the best possible healthcare services.
Mulai sekarang ditambah dan diambil pengisian jawatan di fasiliti kesihatan. Saya sebut tadi termasuk doktor kontrak, 4,352 doktor kontrak dan doktor baru pada tahun ini juga.
The announcement is in line with the Health Ministry's commitment to resolving the long-standing contract doctor issue. This includes expediting the process of absorbing them into permanent positions. Meanwhile, the Hartal doctor contract movement in a social media post has welcomed this development. The group also mentioned that they had received news of many contract doctors being offered permanent positions via email following the Prime Minister's announcement.
Reform, resilience, and results. Malaysia's economy beat expectations. But what's driving the momentum? How is Economy Madani reshaping growth and governance? And what does it all mean for small businesses or the rakyat? Zahir Kelvin Ong Abdullah speaks with Treasury Secretary General Datuk Johan Mahmud Merican. Only on Money Matters this Saturday at 5 p.m. on TV3 and stream on Tuntun.
The Yang di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Ibrahim has advised Malaysians to remain vigilant amid the current hot and dry weather. In a social media post on Wednesday, His Majesty warned that such conditions not only raise the risk of fires and haze, but also pose serious health threats, especially to children, the elderly and individuals with respiratory issues. Sultan Ibrahim also urged the public to look after their health and monitor the air pollutant index from time to time. The King also called on the authorities to step up patrols and enforcement against open burning, which could worsen the country's air quality. Meanwhile, Indonesian authorities have arrested 44 people suspected of igniting forest and peatland fires that are blanketing the region in health-damaging haze. Environment Minister Hanif Faisal Norofiq confirmed the arrest, calling land burning a serious environmental crime and vowing to take tough action. Speaking to the media, he said authorities have noticed a repeated organized pattern, stressing it's an environmental crime that threatens air quality, ecosystems and public safety. Those detained could face up to 10 years in prison under Indonesia's environmental protection law. On Tuesday, the country's meteorology agency reported that the number of hotspots in Sumatra has soared from 94 to more than 1,000 in 10 days in July. The fate of 9 traders in Desa Pandan, Kuala Lumpur has taken a positive turn after the Kuala Lumpur City Hall DBKL agreed not to proceed with the demolition of their stalls. The decision came following discussions between Titi Wangsa Member of Parliament, Datuk Sri Johari Abdul Ghani, and the relevant stakeholders. Johari said the win-win outcome was reached following a meeting with Federal Territories Minister Datuk Sri Dr. Zaliha Mustafa and the Kuala Lumpur Mayor Datuk Sri Maimunah Muhammad Sharif. However, the hawkers must ensure their stalls comply with DBKL guidelines to maintain a more organised and orderly environment.
Cuma Datuk Bandar dari Bunda Bayar merasakan bahawa struktur yang dibuat ke atas tanah-tanah ini seolah-olah macam kedai yang is no more like penjajah dengan batu, dengan apa, tak boleh. So jadi Datuk Bandar dan Menteri cakap dia akan lesenkan tempat ni, tetapi dengan syarat dia kena mengikut apa ni susun atur.
He also proposed a more modern and conducive stall design to turn the area into a new attraction while prioritizing cleanliness and safety. Johari made the visit after commotion broke out last week when DBKL attempted to clear the site for a road widening project that was scheduled to begin on July 15. A total of 25 data center investment projects worth 144.4 billion ringgit were approved between 2021 and March this year. The projects are expected to create 1,429 new job opportunities across various fields. According to the Investment, Trade and Industry Ministry, high-skilled job opportunities are among the spillover effects of investment in the industry, with over 50% of positions offering monthly wages exceeding 5,000 ringgit. Several leading global tech companies have also committed to creating 67,000 jobs, primarily in the information technology and supply chain sectors. Malaysia's industrial property sector continues to attract foreign investors despite tariff risks and global uncertainties. According to global commercial real estate firm JLL, Johor remains a key focus driven by its strategic location and the Johor-Singapore Special Economic Zone JSSEZ development.
Our ecosystem and the talent pool is something that other Southeast Asia do not have. So I think, in other words, we still have the advantage for industry and logistics.
The firm also revealed that investor interest is high, especially from Singapore, China and Western countries. The cut in the overnight policy rate has also boosted overall property demand and is expected to further drive local industrial property growth in the second half of 2025. President Donald Trump on Tuesday announced that the U.S. has agreed to a massive trade deal with Japan, one of the country's largest trading partners. Japan has agreed to invest $550 billion in the U.S., while its goods sold to America would be taxed at 15% when they reach the country, below the 25% tariff Trump had threatened. Trump also said that Japan would open its economy to U.S. goods, including cars, trucks, rice, and certain agricultural products. Japan's Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba welcomed the announcement, saying it was the lowest figure to date among countries with trade surpluses with the U.S. Police on manhunt for kidnappers. This and more after this short break.
Stream Thrill sekarang melalui Tonton, saluran seram 24 jam, seram tanpa henti, langgan, lagi layan.
Cat Fashion Week. Miau menyala, gaya membara. Temui 8 finalis Cat Fashion Week. Eksklusif di Nona setiap Ahad 2 petang. Bersiaran di TV3 dan stream juga melalui Tonton.
Welcome back. Firefighters have managed to contain a fire that destroyed nearly 80% of a 24.28 hectares secondary forest in Kuala Kubu Baru, Selangor. Firefighting efforts are still ongoing and will continue until the flames are fully extinguished. Selangor Zone 6 Chief Mustaqim Rimon said the fire's remote location and lack of water sources prompted the use of the department's air unit. A total of 6,000 litres of water has been dropped over the area in an attempt to extinguish the blaze.
Operasi akan dijalankan 24 jam tanpa henti sehingga kebakaran dapat dipadamkan sepenuhnya. Kita juga mempunyai pasukan ground team kita yang telah pun berada di sekitar sekeliling kebakaran tersebut untuk menyekat daripada api itu daripada merebak terus. So selain daripada waterbombing oleh pesawat udara, mereka juga ada di atas untuk meneruskan kerja-kerja pemadaman sehingga padam.
The department received a distress call regarding the fire at around 6:34 p.m. on Tuesday. Due to the fire's secluded location, firefighters only managed to reach the area at around 10 p.m. The Special Tactical Operation and Rescue Team was also deployed to the location to assist in the firefighting efforts. A man was reportedly abducted by a group of men who forced him into a lorry in Puchong, Selangor on Tuesday, an incident believed to be linked to debt problems. Police arrested a 32-year-old man just hours later on suspicion of being involved in the incident, which has since gone viral on social media. In a statement on Wednesday, Subang Jaya District Police Chief Assistant Commissioner Wan Azlan Wan Mamat said authorities were alerted to the roadside altercation along Jalan Pesiaran Puchong Permai at around 6:38 p.m. A 19-second video believed to have been recorded by a passerby shows a man being dragged and forced into a lorry by 3 individuals before the vehicle sped away. The victim, who was injured, was found together with one of the suspects when police detained him in SS19 Subang Jaya at about 10 p.m. The suspect, who has 2 prior criminal records and is believed to be a member of a secret society, has been remanded for 4 days until this Saturday. Police are still tracking down 3 other suspects who remain at large. The case is being investigated under the Penal Code for abduction and causing hurt. Police have busted a scam syndicate after raiding a call center which promoted a porn website specifically targeting victims in India. Bukit Aman Commercial Crime Investigation Department CCID Director Datuk Rusdi Muhammad Isa said a total of 57 individuals were arrested following a raid at the business premises along Jalan Tun Razak in the federal capital on July 1st. According to police, those arrested comprised 51 locals and 3 Chinese nationals aged between 19 and 53.
Beroperasi menggunakan syarikat berdaftar, memulakan operasi di tempat yang disebut ini lebih kurang telah 3 bulan. Menggunakan platform yang saya sebutkan tadi, menawarkan pengalaman streaming secara langsung bagi kandungan lucah. So, individu yang berminat, like and share platform ni dan seterusnya akan diberikan akses secara percuma.
To access more exclusive content, users were then prompted to make payments and subscribe as members, with fees varying by tier from 50 to 2,000 rupees, depending on the subscription category. All transactions were conducted via online payment platforms managed by the syndicate, and users were also promised returns in Bitcoin or reward points for watching long-form videos. However, once payments were made, the syndicate would block users' accounts. Users only realized that they had been scammed when their accounts continued to be blocked despite making additional payments, and the syndicate could no longer be contacted. During the raid, police also seized 58 laptops, a mobile phone and a voice recorder. 6 of the 57 suspects were charged in court on July 4th, while the others were released and used as prosecution witnesses. Humanitarian groups warn of mass starvation in Gaza. The details when we come back.
Heard the News is a New Straits Times initiative to help you improve your English and stay updated on the latest happenings.
Just scan the QR code in the newspaper or on our website and have the news read to you.
Read along, learn proper pronunciation, and improve your general knowledge.
Leveling up is just a scan away.
Heard the News? Read with me.
Terbaru dituntut.
You ni tak habis lah dengan followers you tu.
Lah, kenapa pula? Selama ni tak kisah pun.
Kau betul ke nak kahwin dengan Abang Wasim ni?
Kak Ita nak nisah dengan Abang Wasim. Ada syarat dia. Okey, name it. Kak Ita kena dapatkan kebenaran daripada Mama dengan Abah dia.
Macam mana sekalipun, Kak Ita akan pastikan perkahwinan ini jadi.
Muat turun dan layan tonton sekarang. Semua favourite anda di sini.
We're back with news from the foreign front. Over 100 international and human rights groups are warning of mass starvation in Gaza, urging governments to take immediate action. In the joint statement released on Wednesday and signed by 109 organizations, the groups call for a permanent ceasefire, the opening of all border crossings, and the free flow of aid led by the UN. They stress that tons of food, water, medical supplies, and other essentials remain stuck outside Gaza, blocked by the Zionist regime from reaching those in need. Meanwhile, Gaza's health ministry reported that at least 100 Palestinians, including 34 aid seekers, have been killed and 534 injured in Israeli attacks across the besieged enclave in the past 24 hours. Flooding caused by tropical storm Wipha left hundreds of families stranded in villages across central Vietnam on Wednesday, with more than 420 houses reported damaged or stripped of their roofs. Authorities said around 12,500 people were evacuated from high-risk areas over the weekend. Meanwhile, Wipha claimed at least 6 lives in the Philippines on Friday, where tens of thousands were forced from their homes, and parts of the capital, Manila, remain flooded as of Tuesday. Flooding also hit Thailand's northern province of Nan following the storm's passage, with residents seen wading through waist-high muddy waters as rainfall continued. In Laos, prolonged heavy rain brought on by the storm has triggered widespread flooding and road damage across northern and central parts of the country, disrupting travel and cutting off several communities. Sports now, badminton and the 2025 China Open. Malaysia's men's doubles pair, Aaron Chia and So Woo-yik, lifted the national camp's spirits by leading 2 other Malaysian pairs into the second round on Wednesday. seeds in this tournament will face the winners of the match between French brothers Christo Popov, Thomas Jr. Popov and Canada's Kevin Lee Tai Alexander Lindemann in the next round. Teo Yi picked up where they left off, cruising past China's Wen Xiangyu and Sun Wenjun with a dominant 21-17, 21-14 win. Fresh from a surprise semi-final run in Tokyo last week, Ong and Teo will take on Thailand's Dechapol Puavan Ranukro and Kitty Tumprong Kedren for spots in the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, in the women's doubles, Teo Meizing and Go Pei Ki also advanced to the second round after commanding 21-5, 21-6 win over Poland's number 40 pair Paulina Hankiewicz and Cornelia Mrazak in just 23 minutes. Meizing and Pei Ki will next face Japan's 6 seeds Rin Iwanaga and Kei Nakanishi. Turning to athletics, the 2025 Rhine Row World University Games, Malaysia's fastest man, Muhammad Azim Fahmi, missed the podium by just 0.1 second as he settled for 4th place in the men's 100 meters final on Wednesday. Azim, who holds the national record of 10.09 seconds, finished 4th after clocking 10.35 seconds. South African Joy Walaza Bayanda won the gold in 10.16 seconds, while Thailand's Puripol Bunson bagged the silver. Japan's Hiroki Yanagita took the bronze. Azim, who is studying at Auburn University in the US, has a season best of 10.20 seconds. Meanwhile, SEA Games champion Omar Osman clocked 47.10 seconds to finish 7th in the men's 400 meter semi-finals and failed to qualify for the final. Turning to cycling, the 2025 Tour de France, Valentin Paret-Pentre surged past Ireland's Ben Healy in the dramatic late sprint to win stage 16 and claim his first victory on home soil. Following Monday's rest day, riders returned for a 171.5 kilometers stage from Montpellier that remained flat under the grueling climb up Mont Ventoux. Healy appeared poised for his second stage win, leading around the final bend. But the 24-year-old Frenchman powered back on the summit finish to snatch victory on one of the tour's most iconic climbs. Jonas Vingegaard launched multiple attacks on Tadej Pogacar but finished 6th, just behind the Slovenian, who extended his overall lead to over 4 minutes. The race continues with a 160.4 kilometer flat stage from Bolen to Valence. And that concludes Nightline this time around. Before we leave, let's take a look at the Steriden Armour crew setting off from Douarnenez on a tough overnight sardine hunt off Brittany to meet demand from Canaries and barbecuing tourists. With that, I'm Zahir, Kelvin, Abdullah. Thank you for watching and stay safe.